Hi there, I'm Dr. Ticky. Welcome to Chem 31 and welcome to my backyard classroom. I'll be assigning your course grade this summer based on your performance in both the lecture and the virtual lab. So let's go ahead and take a look at the course topics. The first week is a lot of review. I will remind you how to count valence electrons and octets as we come up with Lewis structures for different compounds. We will start looking at molecules in 3 dimensions and thinking about the most common molecular geometries in organic chemistry. We'll talk about the reasoning behind these molecular geometries when we cover orbital hybridization. This course requires a lot of drawing, and we'll learn how to draw proper skeletal structures. There are about 12 common groups of atoms called functional groups that I'm going to ask you to memorize and know very, very well. And it'll be time then to start pushing electrons around using curved arrow notation, and we will review the concept of resonance. We will then use our foundation in electron pushing to draw out some mechanisms for acid-base reactivity. We'll talk about our method of naming molecules called IUPAC nomenclature. Heading into week 2, you'll want to have that molecular modeling kit if possible. We'll get into the 3-dimensional conformations of alkanes and cycloalkanes. Many molecules exhibit handedness, so we'll get into the concept of chirality. Alkanes or carbon-carbon double bonds also exhibit some interesting stereochemistry, so we'll talk about Z versus E alkenes. We'll think about what all of these processes look like on an energy diagram, and that way we can use these energy diagrams to later explain chemical reactivity. And the first reactions that we will learn are a set of substitution and elimination reactions called SN1, SN2, E1, and E2. The final week is all about chemical reactivity and covering chemical reactions. In particular, all of these addition reactions of alkenes. Let's talk about what is required to be successful in this course. For lab, there's a textbook. You'll want to get your hands on this textbook for the techniques in particular, and you'll be writing those techniques up in your procedure section of your digital laboratory notebook. Mandatory discussion sessions are at 2 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, and you just need to stay on pace with the digital laboratory notebook and post-lab reports on Camino. I highly recommend if you can find a molecular modeling kit. It is super helpful for understanding certain 3-dimensional concepts in this course. The lecture style is like this, asynchronous videos, micro lectures. We do not have a textbook, and we do have mandatory 1-hour sessions Monday through Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m., and then an optional office hour. Zoom links will be available on Camino for both the problem-solving session and the optional office hour. Reserve your Friday mornings at 10 a.m. for an exam that will take up to 1.5 hours. Okay, so I'm looking forward to working with all of you this summer, and I will see you at our first problem-solving session.